What's your dream career? Special forces always wanted to be one. Since childhood. That's why I do airsoft roughly for about 13 years now. Train with soft guys. At the last thing before joining SOF is an interview with your family. If you passed all the course, physical and mental training. But one of your parents or wife GF says no, you're not going through. Saw a documentary years ago about this guy who restored masks in one of the Stanistan countries. I can't remember which one. He was a master of so many trades: stonemason, tiller, wood carver and carpenter. Detailing was on a vast scale with the intricate Islamic designs, just beautiful. As I watched the show I thought that's the perfect job. Fixing or recreating something of enormous historical value. You would never get bored. Set designer, or however it is called when you are in charge of going through antique shops to put stuff on movie sets. Or even make stuff for movie sets. Or psychiatrist or therapist. I would love to help people through so tough times in their life. Especially gifted children or teens. And I absolutely love learning about other people's thoughts and neurodivergencies and phobias and just people. A job where I do nothing but be there alone. My favorite part about working is those small instances where you have nothing to do. So you just get to relax and revel in the idea you're getting paid for it. I don't like being told what to do, and being alone makes that impossible. As long as I have my phone, or at least a book, I can be alone doing nothing for a very long time and enjoy it. Food I cannot eat myself or do not need I can sell at local farmers markets or write to just normal people. And I would also prepare a lot of the food and sell it out of a food truck or tavern perhaps. I'd love to be an artist. Painting or drawing and be able to make a living from it. But I got zero talent. Can't even draw an outline of a cat. Picture art in kindergarten. Blue strip of sky at top of paper. Green strip of grass at the bottom and a sun. That's about as good as I can get it. Writer. I enjoy sitting on my deck overlooking the beautiful view I'm lucky to have with my laptop and pumping out 50-page a session. Too bad I suck at writing. Grammar. Literally everything needed to be a writer. I can come up with interesting ideas. Owner of a cafe that is frequented by people of all walks of life and is viewed as a neutral zone, peaceful zone. Like to members of different gangs walk in, just nod at each other and go and enjoy their soup separately and joyfully. Stand-up comedy. I get such an impossible high and clairvoyance on stage in front of people. I make everyone laugh, but not when it's rehearsed. Now 36 with the family and job I love. The dream is too hard to chase. A doctor, but at the time you needed qualifications, specific classes to have taken and credits to be able to become a doctor. Now I heard anyone can do anything without the need of qualifications and shit. I don't truly have a dream career. Most careers that would get me income to feed myself. Be in a nice and healthy environment. Be socially rich and gets to sustain a roof over my head at night. Is fine by me. I've wanted to be a psychiatrist for a couple years being since I was 7 years old, which was a long time ago. But lately I've been thinking about becoming a psych nurse as a possible choice. A certified nurse midwife. I think, but nursing programs are so hard to get into here. And the ones that you can get into and complete in a reasonable amount of time don't transfer to master's programs. Airline pilot in the 1950s, golden age of flight post-World War II, start of the jet age. Passengers are treated with dignity, and the in-flight service is actually good, and high wage relative to other careers. Long-distance freight train driver in the US. The sense of seeing the wide open country and being temporarily isolated from the world appeals to me. This has been my dream job since childhood. I've always wanted to be an airline pilot. I'm still very young, but it's looking like it's never going to happen. Another one would be a small cafe owner. Seems like a really peaceful lifestyle. I wanted to be a lawyer, doctor or a forensic scientist, but got pressured to study IT instead. I'm not currently happy with my decision, and it's all currently going downhill. God have mercy. Carpenter. My father raised me and I caught basic woodworking from a young age. Recent project was a table for an old friend for $195. His call. I hope to continue this once I finish college. ATM, I'm dreaming of becoming a cabin crew. But then, that depends on months. Next month they'd probably want to become a phlebotomist. Kuhaling NG Dugo. I enjoy customer service job. Robot psychologist. Like Dr. Susan Calvin in the Asimov robot series. There's that whole building the semi-sentient robots with free law standing in the way. I would love to be a singer. I don't care about being famous nor rich. I just wanna sing, even if only one person listened. I just wanna sing, or a grandma's bow situation. Musician. Want work. Impossible. Because I don't write my music in 5 minuets with the exact same chord progression and drums that everyone has heard 100,000 times. Professional motorcycle rider, not a test rider. Not a stuntman, or a motovlogger. I'd want to be the guy that casually rides for commercials and promo shots, naming the colors of nail polishes, but I've come to realize that this could extend to all makeup and even paint and car colors. It's a whole world. I wish I could spread all the knowledge I have about clinical psychology through books and influencing. And I wish that could get me a lot of income. Behind the scenes music producer LOL. I don't want to be famous in public, but highly respected among the nerds that are into that stuff, haha. Film directing. I've always loved the idea of completing a film and receiving awards and recognition. Seems like a very rewarding experience. I was on vacation in Florida a few weeks ago, and there are guys that drive tractors up and down the beach to groom them. That looked amazing. Working at a second-hand CD vinyl shop, and I'm living it. Like any dream. It's got its ups and downs. But I'm 37 years in and still happy. Amusement park creator owner. But I would want to go heavy on theme and not so heavy on amusement. Think more Disneyland, less Six Flags. Professional mattress tester. Getting paid to sleep. And then declaring, this one's just right, sounds like a dream job. Doesn't it? Robotics at NASA, programming the satellites and new rovers. I don't think I will get there, but I'm pleased with game app development. Something where I just travel around and go to concerts and festivals all over the world. Whatever career does that, sign me up. Be for very rich private customers who send me all over the world seeking out unusual tomes that aren't just online. Software engineer at Tesla Eve Company. Right now I'm a MEP engineer, so slightly different from what I went to school for, LOL. Working on a big 100 people science engineering project to replace fossil fuel with something that won't ruin the planet. Freelance graphic designer, food photographer and food stylist on the side. Have been living the dream for 8 years. Captain or fisherman. I just want to chill on my boat in the middle of the ocean without much social interaction. Children's librarian. I just want to share my love of books with the little ones with the wildest imaginations. Photographer that travels the world and makes money by photographing either weddings, some bigger events, etc. Teacher at an alternative school for kids who have had to leave a regular school or been forced out. Become a singer. Tour domestically and internationally to bring your voice to fame around the world. Marine biologist, what could be better than scuba diving and saving the planet at the same time? A well-funded herpetologist working for a university and or private investor specializing in snakes. There are 3 to be exact. The one I like the most as of now is being a freelance music curator. To make people laugh ... So I guess I will go and study to end up as a politician career. Any career that's not an astronaut that revolves around knowing and learning about space. Lottery winner. I'd have the funds and the time to actually do what makes life worthwhile. Aqua hobbyist, i.e. breeding rare fish so we don't need to keep taking them from the wild. Famous DJ. I know it isn't very realistic, but I'm trying to make that happen right now. A very wealthy and excellent assassin. Nobody would know me, and I'm good at what I do. Computer scientist. as in the forefront of cutting-edge computer science research. Netflix series critic. I'm pretty sure I've been training for this my whole life. I want to be a department head in a company that produces an ongoing card game. Being a writer or creating something that other people love makes them happy. Landscape photography. Life has really gotten in the way the last few years. Cybersecurity. Without a diploma or GED, it's hard to get training for it. The guy that pushes the lever to activate the Death Star's secret weapon. I don't think I actually have one. Maybe playing with baby elephants. A famous singer. Yet being a solitary author in a house on a lake. Acting and direction as a career path and photography for passion. It would be cool and honorable to be the gunner of an MQ-9 Raptor. The owner of my own bookshop cafe with cats running around. Retirement ... I could do that until the day I pop my clogs. Literally anything that pays me to live more than comfortably. To own a ranch so I could turn it into an animal sanctuary. Anything that gives way to comfort, maybe involving writing. Review the hotels around the world, but not to busy schedule. A job that never makes me borrow and live without problems. Flight attendant. Get to travel and wear cute uniforms. I don't know, everything. Is that an answer? Everything. A burger and pizza joint where everyone is happy eating. Actor. Probably. Provide for my family and then retire. Producing movies. I already got several original ideas. Writer. I'm fortunate enough to be living it as well.